are going to bring our bums to the front of the chair and then double check that your knees are hip width apart and your heels are underneath your knees. Gorgeous. And then we're going to gently tilt the pelvis, so tilting up towards your nose, still keeping your chest lifted, and then down towards your toes. That's it. So I'm putting my hands on my pelvis so you can see the movement. That's it, makes it a bit easier for you. And also, if you do your hands on your hips, you can often feel the movement of the tilting pelvis. That's it. And then bring your pelvises to somewhere in the middle and hold yourselves up nice and tall. And I'd like you to lift your shoulders up to the ears and then exhale, drop them slowly down again. Perfect. Breathing in, lifting them up and exhale. That's it. And one more, coming up and exhale. And then we're going to roll them forward. So this is your forward flexion naughty position, and then roll them back, and this is your super confident, I'm ready to tackle the world position. So we're going to internally rotate at the shoulders, looking down to the floor, and then externally rotate, including the arms as you push the shoulders upwards. That's it. So it's very gentle flexion and extension, mainly focusing on the thoracic region of your spine first of all. That's it. And one more. Well done. And then once again, sitting really tall, keeping the openness of the shoulders now. So try and externally rotate, but your shoulders are away from your ears. And we're going to draw a figure of 8 with the noses while we do this. But think of a figure of 8 on its side. So not a 0 on top of a 0, but a 0 next to a 0. That's it. Sometimes I really struggle to explain what we're doing, can you tell? So you're externally rotated at the shoulders. That's it. And while you're doing this, breathing deeply. And then bring your heads back towards me and give your hands a wiggle. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to first of all lift one heel and then think of nice strong sturdy heels and then the other. So starting like this, just warming up those calf muscles a little bit. And you can look down if you want to check they're coming directly upwards. That's it. So is there a reason for your cute hair today?
I couldn't be bothered to wash it this morning.
So we distracted. Yeah. I love it.
Tomorrow I'll plait it. I'll do this with it and put it in plaits. Tomorrow.
Oh, love it. Have you noticed Annie's hair, Rachel?
Yeah.
It's just so
ridiculous, I know, but it makes people smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all need teachers like you. Especially if you were doing subjunctives.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to go the opposite way, lifting the foot, but keeping the heel on the floor.
I find that really hard. Is that normal? Is it because of my ankle?
That's just what I was thinking. Is it hard on both sides or just one?
Yeah, it's hard, but I had the tendinopathy on both sides, so
yeah.
I just really struggle to actually get them anyway off the floor at all.
Yeah, it's probably scar tissue.
Yeah.
So that you'll have so much scar tissue in there.
They're very lumpy.
Yeah. We're going to swap, so we're going to do one up and one down and then swap like that. So that's going to be even harder now. And I'm doing it with my hands so you can see what I'm doing with my feet because my feet aren't as visible. Well done. And then we're going to rock back and forth. There we go. And then lower down. Just let everything be normal again. So we're going to do a little bit of spinal movement, and as a reminder, we don't want to go to our full range of movement if you have hypermobility, EDS, osteoporosis, osteopenia, ruptured discs in your spine. You want to be careful, but trying not to be scared of movement. Okay? Sorry, I think that's my parents coming home. So it's going to set off Rachel's dogs now. So we are going to start with flexion, so keeping it small and not loaded. So we're going to go with a great big hump. So I want you to imagine the top part of your spine is humped, and then allow things to curve even further as you go down, and then roll your way back up again. So if that is at all uncomfortable, especially if you've got osteoporosis in your spine, you could hinge forward instead. And then you're getting the stretch going down all the lower part of your back. But that's it. That's it. So we're going to fold forward, rolling down through the vertebra and coming back up again. And another tip is to stop yourself loading your spine, is putting your hands on your thighs as you do it. That's it. And we're going to do one more. That's it. And then I want you to add an extension. So we're going to go on guard. That's it. And then release. So you're sticking your chest up to the sky and going, hey. Well done. And while you're doing this, try and squeeze the shoulder blades together and down, and then release. And you can, if you want to, continue with the flexion and then move back into the extension. Or if you're loving the extension that much, you can stick with extension and then release. That's it. All right, give me one more. Ta-da! We're all worshipping each other. Well done. Moving into lateral flexion, so reaching the hand down the side. So you're scooping the belly as you reach and come back up again. And then the other side. That's it. And come back up. So to add load, in a gentle way, you could reach away and then return. Just pay attention to what happens in your tummies. As you reach away, you might notice your tummy will activate a little bit. That's it. Well done. And then we're going to keep that arm up and bring the other to join it. And then think about your shoulders. Have you suddenly done this? Or have you guided them away from your ears? And we're going to very gently rotate and then return. So does anyone know what a yolk is, other than an egg yolk? Have you heard of it? Yeah, so it's one of those things that it's like a stick that holds pails of water or milk either end. And so I want you to imagine you're holding onto a yolk, so your arms can't move forward or back. They stay in a really straight line with that yolk. That's it. Okay, and then we're going to return, give those arms a wave. And we're going to combine two movements now. We're going to combine flexion and extension with a nice grand move, which is where we bring the legs together and the arms together, and we create a figure of 8 with the arms, and then doing it again. So including the extension and flexion. That's it. Well done. And some people really like going for it, which is great, but you do need to look after your spines if you've got hypermobility, EDS, osteoporosis. That's it. So this is flexion and extension. And we'll do one more. And then we're going to combine two other moves, spinal moves. So bringing the legs open. We're going to go forward flexion and rotation, so it's basically the saw. So rotating and forward flexing and reaching towards the opposite knee or wherever you can reach on your leg. So some of you might get to your ankles, some of you might stick with the knees, and that's fine as long as you're looking after yourself. Imagine you're handing a baton behind you. That's it. So everything's rotating here. You've got the rotation in your spine, but you've also got the rotation in your shoulders. So it's a very good move. And at the same time, you might be activating your tummy muscles. So, and one more. Well done. And then release. Now that move there was a little bit of cardio, so it should have warmed you up a little bit and possibly might even made you breathe a little heavier, in which case that is great. Okay, so we're going to do some breath now to recover. So we're going to breathe in, lifting the arms up, and I want you to fill up those lungs without flaring the ribs. So really feel the expansion of your chest and then breathe out again. So imagine your rib cage like bellows and they really expand as you breathe in. And exhale. And before I started practicing this years and years ago, I never used to get any expansion in my rib cage. But it's so good because you're really maximizing how much you can breathe. That's it. You're maximizing your lung capacity by breathing deeply into that rib cage. And out. Okay, now we're going to move into bow and arrow. So bringing your fingertips towards me and push one hand forward and then the other elbow back. And if you have room, open the arm up behind you and then return. That's it. I want your fingers to be unscathed at the end of this class. Well done. Just double check those shoulders. Well done. So nice and smooth, and sit tall and breathe in as you open. And exhale. And sit tall, breathing in. And exhale. Give me one more each side. And one more. And then release your arms and grab hold of your balls or your squidgy things. Perfect. Okay, so double checking that your feet are steady and sturdy underneath you. We are going to bring the ball in front and then we're going to C-curve the spine. So we're almost going to the back of the chair. But while you're here, pull that belly button back so you've got some activation going on here. And then we're going to add load by lifting the ball up while your seat's still curving, which is really hard. And then come back up. And we're going to lift the ball up again. So if I go sideways onto you, so what we're going to do is C-curve, so scooping here, lifting up, coming upright nice and tall, and lifting up. Perfect, you've got it. C-curving. And you can, if you wanted to, go sideways, unless your chair has arms, and that can add to how far you can move. But please try not to fall off your chairs. That's it. I have risk assessed it and I have warned you. There we go. Well done. Final one. So I'm hoping you're all feeling a little bit warmer now. Oh. That's it. Nice and tall. Up and then return. Let your arms rest for a moment. And this one is really nice. I like doing this one. Pass the ball behind your back. So you might need to hinge forward to do so, and then hinge back. And when I say ball, it could be a sheep too. So
Sheep.
Is it? Oh no. Is it a doorstop sheep?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
So Annie's doing weights today as well. That is brilliant. So nice and smooth and slow. And notice what your shoulders are doing as you do this. So internally rotating as you go behind and externally rotating as you come back. Have you gone the other way yet?
No.
That's it. Let's go the other way just a few times. Well done. So sheep and balls are really good at coordination. So we're going to start with pushing the opposite foot away from the opposite arm. That's it. And then returning and swapping. Well done. Now, Annie, if this gets too much, you can put the sheep down. I never thought I'd say that. Well done. Now we're going to push the ball forward and the opposite arm forward. So we've got this coordination, haven't we? We can do this. So now we're going to push forward and then circle around and back again. Forward, circle around and back again. Yes!
Where does my sheep go with this?
So forward, both of them forward,
Yeah,
and then circle out.
that one, okay.
That's it, and return. Good. Forward. That's it, and circle out and return. You've got it. That's it. Yes. Do you feel up to changing it slightly?
Good try.
So out and then circling bigger and back. So it's kind of circling up and around. Just watch those hips, especially if you're called Rachel. That's it. Doesn't need to be big. Well done. We're all looking super elegant here. And one more. Whee! And then you get to squeeze your sheep or your balls between your knees. That's it. Okay. So we're going to breathe, and I'd like you to breathe out as you squeeze, and then breathe in as you release. So once again, filling the lungs, and then exhale, compressing the lungs, and then breathing in to fill them. That's it. So your shoulders are relaxed as you do this. Well done. Now we're going to change this slightly. So instead of doing the lung breathing quite so much, I'd like you to breathe in at the same time as lifting up your pelvic floor muscles, and breathe out as you release them. And you may or may not be feeling anything. Some of you might feel a shift in the chair underneath you as you breathe in. And exhale. And there's no right or wrong. That's it, breathing in. And exhale. And this time we're going to hold. It's going to breathe in. And then hold the pelvic floor muscles as you breathe normally. That's it. So you've now lifted up the sling of muscles underneath you, and you might feel this underneath your back passage. You might feel it further forward. There's no judgment. Whatever you are feeling or not feeling is perfect. And then release it all. Well done. Okay, we're going to put the ball on the floor and place one foot on it. I'm feeling really sorry for your sheep right now.
I know, I've got everything.
So I'd like you to press down on the ball and then lift the opposite knee up and then return. And this time add a hinge. So hinge back. So hinge means spine straight as you lift and then return. So you're scooping, scooping, scooping. That's it. You could even be activating your pelvic floor muscles a little bit too. That's it. Good. And the ability to keep the ball still, or the sheep, is very good. Okay, so that is your coordination and strength, but also in particular your core muscles. Okay, so release it and then circle the ball around underneath your foot so you can give yourself a bit of a massage. That's it. Well done. And we're going to swap sides. So we're here, and we're going to lift, scooping the belly, and then lower down. So keep doing this, but Annie, for your tendons, reaching the ball forward and flexing the foot, and then guiding it backwards is going to be really useful for you. So if you do have anything round that you could use that will roll, even a tennis ball, let's see if we can start kind of massaging the tendon, getting some movement there. Tendons take a lot of time to heal because they don't get the same blood flow like other organs. That's it. And then roll the ball around underneath your foot. That's it. Don't copy me. I'm just about to change the page. Okay, so we're done with your balls. So grab hold of your band. So we're going to stand on the band. So place your feet on the band and hold the band so it's coming out by your thumbs. So it goes in by your little fingers and out by your thumbs. That's it. And sit tall. Okay, so you need some resistance in this band. Now, remembering, as a reminder, if you've got osteoporosis or osteopenia or osteoarthritis in your spine, you don't want quite so much resistance, okay? So I don't want you to load your spines too much. So you're sitting tall. We're going to start with bicep curls, keeping the elbows really still as you curl and then return. Good. So have you both got the band coming out by your thumbs? Yeah, perfect. You're both hiding them under the camera then.
My band's not that long.
Isn't it? Oh!
I'm managing it, but that's why it's not coming up any higher.
Don't come up so high, come to halfway. That's it. It'll be brilliant. It'll really work you hard doing that. So was that a bit of physio band?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they often give you really short lengths, but we need things like 2 meter lengths, not 50 meters. That's it. And one more. Well done. Okay, and then we're going to bring the feet forward. Just be careful of face pingage potential. So it could obviously come off your toes. And then change the angle that you're holding the band. So the band is now coming out by your little fingers. So in through your thumbs and out by your little fingers. And we're going to draw the elbows back, sitting tall, squeeze the shoulder blades back, and then return. That's it. So this one is really, really good to do. If you've been sat at your desk for ages, what happens is the muscles in the front shorten and the muscles in your back lengthen. So now you're just trying to realign everything by doing this one, squeezing back and down, and then return. And then this one. So hinge forward and push the little fingers backwards, and then return. So you need your tummy muscles for this one. So the hinge, the hinge is keeping you tall, so you're not curving your spine, and your tummy is lifted as you do this. That's it, and one more. And now I want you to keep your arms there, which is hard, especially if you've got a short band. Bend at the elbows and then push back. Good, good shoulders, you two. You completely remembered to keep them down. That's it. Well done. And then the final one, which is pushing back, and we're good to go. That's it. It's really hard. Oh, keep breathing, keep those shoulders down. And then when you're ready, release, release. Goodness me. Yeah, that was hard, wasn't it? Yeah. Let's wrap the band around our knees. So not the knees, but kind of just above the knees. And like you've tied your knees together. And if you want more resistance, some people like to cross over again. Okay, so that's an option. And then I would like you to externally rotate one and feel the muscles activating. You should feel them kind of all the way up the outside of your thigh and a little bit in your glutes, and then return. And then the other side. And return. Well done. Feels good, doesn't it? So now we're going to open the leg and then return. So, and open the leg and return. And remember, you can make this easier by releasing the band a bit. Well done. That's it. And if you really want to go for it, you could hinge back and bring both legs open and then return. No, it's awful, isn't it? It's really hard. Oh!
So many body parts involved.
Okay, one more of whatever version you were doing. That's it. And then you've done your thighs. And then, okay, we're going to tie ourselves up again. So I'd like you to put the band under one foot. That's it. So mission accomplished there. It's hard enough, isn't it? And then we're going to cross over and cross over at the back and then bring it up. So you've created a bit of a figure of 8 with this band. There we go. You basically tied your foot up. And now you will notice as you push the band away, there's a little bit of resistance and then return. So you've got a leg extension here and you're pushing and returning. This is another really good one for you, Annie. That's it. Well, for both of us too, Rachel, isn't it? You know, the ankle stability type malarkey.
Yeah. It's been really naughty lately.
Yeah. And you can hold it, so you're not having to hold your leg up quite so much. Have you been falling over on the ankle, Rachel?
It's just been really painful and it's been really swelling up because it is just unstable. I haven't been falling over, but it's been literally going like that.
Yeah.
Like on every curb or non-flat surface it wants to.
Collapsing. Yeah. So that one actually, Rachel, will be really good for you. Like, let's swap. So, underneath the foot. Annie, you're frozen. So underneath the foot, crossing in front of the ankle, crossing behind the calf muscle. And then you've got your extension and we're going to press and return. That's it. I think this happened last week with Annie too.
Oh, if you're on campus, the Wi-Fi is shocking.
That's it, nice and gentle. Well done, and one more. That's it. And then untie your foot. Bit more triceps. It's always good to do triceps. So we often do triceps because we're shortening a muscle here and lengthening this muscle in everyday life with this kind of activity. So what we're trying to do is counteract that by pushing and then returning. Just be careful of face pingage potential here as well. That's it. So your shoulders are down. Well done. So Annie's gone, but she'll probably come back again. That's it. Well done. And then let's go up and then draw the band down. Let me let Annie back in. So going up and drawing down. Welcome back, Annie.
It just tripped me out.
It happened this time last week too.
Yeah, it did, I know. It's something, I'll bring my laptop next time, I think.
What, along with your sheep and your band?
Unband my sheep and my laptop. Yeah, there we go.
And one more. That's it. And then fold your band in half and grab hold of the end that's got 2. That's it. And then fling it over your shoulder and grab hold with the other arm and give yourself a nice stretch. That's it. Gorgeous. And breathe. That's it. Nice deep breaths. And this is to counteract all the tricep stretching. And muscle strength isn't just about making these muscles bigger so they can take bigger load. It's also about having the flexibility in the muscles too. So you're only as strong as you are flexible, unless you've got EDS, in which case it's just another matter. And breathe deeply. Well done. And then release your bands. So you're done with your bands. And we're going to do a hip flexor stretch. So lengthen the legs in front of you. And then tilt your pubic bone towards your nose and lifting up your tummy so we can really open up this. And this is a really good counter stretch to do when you've been sitting for a while, lifting up your tummy. If you can manage to get your feet underneath your chair, you could do exactly the same, but hold onto the chair so you don't fall off it. And then you should get a deeper stretch in the front of your quads and your hip flexors, and breathe. That's it, nice deep breath. Well done. Well done for not hanging your heads backwards. And then replace the feet. And we're going to do one roll down in celebration of how strong your bodies are by breathing in, reaching up. And exhale, press the hands down past your chest. Then open up the chest, breathing in. And exhale, peel your way down, nice and gently, to the point that feels good for you. At your point, take a breath. Exhale, roll your way back up. And then celebrating your strength and your mind for getting here, breathing in, reaching the arms up. And exhale, press those hands down past your chest, and you have survived. Well done. Well done. Yeah.